Hello and welcome. I am Jess Campmans, guided by Equus, and I'm here with your horse wisdom insights for the week of December 14th. Today is actually the 15th, and I'm sharing the 12 days of Christmas through the horse wisdom insights on Facebook and Instagram. So if you're interested in experiencing the gifts and life lessons learned through the wisdom of the horses, please join me in either one of those spaces. But this week I came out to this herd, and I was just kind of invited into a space that summer revealed a few pieces that I was still, I'll say, having a block around moving forward to get to the forefront of things. And then all of a sudden Daisy caught my eye and stepped in, and they started mutually grooming each other just on the withers, and then they actually moved to mutually grooming each other on the point of their hip. And they were both looking at me like, are you paying attention? Are you watching this? And what I got was the idea of a sluice box. This kind of came in as they were standing there mutually grooming each other, and that a sluice box, if you're unfamiliar with that, you take it to a riverbank and you use water to kind of wash through the silt and sand to pan for gold or minerals. And so what I had the understanding of is that this week there's still kind of a gold nugget, and Daisy's just joined me here, a gold nugget that is within our reach, and we actually can't move forward without this piece. There's like a way that it's going to show up for us this week. And what I just got the image of is like the tables are going to be overturned. So it's like, if someone were to stick a piece of gum or slide a piece or a bill of money underneath the table to kind of hide it, and that there's a realization or an overturning of the table, and it's like all of a sudden you find something that you have been looking for, and it's kind of been right underneath your nose all along. This is all just metaphors, but it's kind of coming to me as we're rolling here, so hopefully it makes sense. And the way to this is not through what we've been doing in the past, but actually tapping into what we feel is inspiring our future. And so, like, what do we want to really and deeply and innately be part of, and tap into that? And as we do so, we'll be given kind of clues for us to recognize this pathway to finding the table with which we need to overturn, if that makes sense. So I would love to hear if this resonates for you and your experience of this week, if actually it came to you in a way that helped you recognize this piece of the puzzle that, again, has been kind of right underneath your nose, right? Our nose knows. That's the saying that has always come back to me. It knows because it's a part of our intuitive knowledge. It's not part of our logic, our reason, our linear thinking. We just instinctively know when something's on fire, or when we smell something. I smell a rat, sayings like that. Our nose knows. And so when we're kind of guided by those instincts, we're led to this piece of the puzzle. And part of that idea of a sluice box is like sifting, not shifting, sifting through what is not valuable to us in order to find the gold nugget that exists within, to kind of mine for it this week. So I'm excited to see what that means for myself and all of you guys. And much love from myself and Summer, who seems to really enjoy doing this lately. Thank you. And Daisy, who showed up. Thank you, Summer. And I feel a piece of this is Moon over here. And if these two horses this one right behind me, Summer, is 6, and Moon is a 1998 model, so she would be 22 this year. They're like almost the same horse, but a mature version of this one. And Moon has a really interesting story with my experience with her, because I had bought her to train and resell, and I put some rides on her, and I didn't find her. She found her person, who was an 11 or 12-year-old girl at the time, and her and this person created a life of meaning and magic, and they were able to do feats that bested tons of horses that were bigger than Moon, who only stands 14.2, but this horse has so much heart, and her girl just gave Mooney the reins to do her thing, and together they created a really magical team. Her girl has now outgrown her, and so Mooney's back here. But part of the piece of this, I feel, is in what Moon kind of holds, is that we can't really appreciate where we're at sometimes at the time, thank you, Summer, until we are able to look back on the experience of it. Because at that time, I really didn't like Moon. I didn't like how she moved. I didn't like how frustrating she was to ride, because I was trying to train her and I was needing her to do things my way. And yet who I sold her to, Mooney and her girl, created this impactful relationship together that showed people what it meant to be, to let go of the reins and trust in your horse. And now that Moon's back here, it's almost like the piece of the puzzle this week where the tables become overturned and we see something for what it is rather than how we saw it before. So just with a breath on that, much love from myself and these guys this week, and I look forward to seeing where the rest of December brings us, and stay tuned for more.